Dallas chances. And Roger has yet to complete a pass. He's 0 for 2.
They've only run one offensive series. Those of you who watched the Redskins beat the Giants in overtime, welcome to County Stadium, where the Packers lead the Cowboys 7-0 in the first quarter. Pat Summerall with Tom Brookshire as Robert Newhouse struggles out to about the 6 when it looked like there was nothing there. Ezra Johnson made the tackle.
Newhouse had the roughest afternoon of his life against Miami last week. I think he averaged 1.9.
Bart Starr's Packers, for those of you who just joined us, came out with a successful onside kick, which was recovered by the kicker, Chester Marco. They couldn't move, and then Butch Johnson fumbled a punt at his own 15. The Packers recovered. Whitehurst hit McGeorge to the 1, and then Barty Smith scored. The outside trap, Tony Dorsett for a Dallas first down. He ran with more authority then than we've seen him in quite some time.
Pure acceleration, huh? Watch him hit the hole now, and watch how fastly and quickly he can change the gears. It's like a Ferrari or an Aston Martin. Right here, he becomes sort of a blur.
Jim Carter, the Packer middle linebacker, hanging on. We told you a minute ago that Miami's Delvin Williams went over 1,000 yards today. Walter Payton is also over 1,000 yards and has 2 touchdowns today. But the Bears still trail the Minnesota Vikings 17-14. Here's Newhouse on a misdirection. John Anderson, the weak side linebacker, made the tackle.
Roger has some room now if he does decide to throw the football on second down, which is not out of the question. They're one of the best passing teams in football, and obviously one of the best rushing teams too. But points have been hard to come by early, huh?
8.5 minutes left first quarter. Second and make it 3 after that 7-yard pickup by Newhouse. Jackie Smith in motion. Dorsett might have the first down. Jackie Smith is 38 years old, and time I was talking to Jerry Tubbs, one of the Dallas assistant coaches before the game. He said they timed him twice in the 40 last week. He was 4.6 both times.
I think that's faster than when he broke in about
I think so.
1,000 years ago, right? It's a young defense. They'll occasionally make mistakes, but they've got a lot of interceptions. They got Willie Buchanan playing corner for them, and they got a bunch of hitters in there.
First down, Dallas at their own 26. This drive began at their own 1. Fakers to Dorsett. The rollout. Billy Joe Dupree has it and had it wide open. It hit him in the shoulder pad.
I think that a great call, by the way. It's completely naked. All the flow goes to the right. Roger rolls out to that side. Dupree looks up to see if Steve Luke, the safety man's going to hit him. And he was right. He was. Should have made that catch. That ball was thrown perfectly.
Had a good game last. Those of you who watched Detroit defeat Tampa Bay, that's a final score now. We welcome you to Milwaukee's County Stadium, where the Packers lead the Cowboys 7-0 with 7.5 minutes left to play in the first quarter. It'll be 2nd and 10, Dallas. Blitz. Outside is to Drew Pearson. It'll be another Dallas first down. Willie Buchanan on the coverage and the tackle for the Packers.
And the secondary came with that blitz very quickly, and Roger never blinked an eye.
That now will be 56 consecutive games in which Drew Pearson has caught a pass for Dallas. A 9-yard pickup, they say. It is not a first down, as the officials, led by Jim Tunney, move it back, so it'll be 3rd and 1. Newhouse and Dorsett converse momentarily behind Roger Staubach. Butch Johnson comes in motion. Newhouse will have the first down and breaks it. Robert Newhouse out to the 44-yard line for Dallas.
Ezra Johnson, the great young pass rushing defensive end, does not play the run as well. Obviously, he can't play everything. Watch to the right of your screen now. They take roller inside. Ezra gets cut down. And Newhouse will get you, as we said, 4.1 in the haunted house at the zoo, right? He's tough.
Tackled by Mike C. McCoy, who is not a relative of the Mike McCoy that used to play here.
McCoy comes from Colorado. He's a hard-hitting kid.
Most of those guys from Colorado are.
They have to be.
First down, Dallas at their own 45, and Staubach drops, this time with protection, holds up long enough for him to get the ball to Newhouse. He spins away from Carter, is finally stopped by Barzo.
Great block by Scott on the outside, number 68. Took the linebacker and put him up near the lights. Bottom of the screen's where the action will take place. Let's just watch this together, huh?
Watch 68.
This is the call. This is the slip screen. There's 68 with a good block. There's Newhouse doing what he likes to do. Get tangled up.
Carl Barzalauskas, obtained from the Jets, has done a good job from the Packers. He's lost quite a bit of weight. Preston Pearson now in the game, along with Newhouse. They fake the safety blitz again by Johnny Gray. Here's Newhouse. And he is stuck by Johnny Gray. Ball pops loose, but he was down.
Well, I'll tell you, young Anderson, the rookie linebacker, really played the block that time and stopped the play. Again, the draft with some careful trading is the way Starr has rebuilt this team. Watch number 60 come up to the outside. Take on the block and make the tackle with help. That secondary will stick you, too.
So it'll be third down. And 3 yards to go. The ball in Packer territory at their 47. 4:45 left to play first quarter. Green Bay 7, almost nothing. Dorsett and Pearson together in the backfield. Billy Joe Dupree drops it. Gary Weaver on the coverage, but again, the ball was there from Roger Staubach.
Great call on 3rd and short, and B.J. just having trouble hanging on to it. And you're right, he had a great day against Miami with 8 for a touchdown. Fumbles happen to everybody.
And there are days when you just can't hang on. Danny White standing back in front formation. Steve Odom of the Packers back at his own 10.
There's a first down. If it was on Green Bay.
D.D. Lewis normally snaps the ball for the Cowboys on punts, and he's one of the very best at that bobbing the head and pulling them offside.
Does do a little rumba move with his hips, too, doesn't he?
We've seen him do that before. And he was successful.
See if D.D. sort of, that's where they made the move. D.D. should get a SAG card. He looks like he's at acting school. Offside, defense, first down.
First down, D.D. Lewis. 4.5 minutes exactly left.
If you think in defense, and Dick LeBeau is the one that works with the secondary for Bart Starr, you want to get Tony Hill doubled up if you can right now. Number 80 is, from this distance in, can do it very quickly.
He's right up at the top of your picture, Tony Hill. Drew Pearson down at the bottom. Newhouse again on the misdirection, finds good hole. Johnny Gray, the safety man, had to make the tackle.
Herbert Scott with another great block inside. They're finessing a few of those big bulls for the Pack right now. And that Butler at left defensive end, 6'6", about 265, a #1 draft out of Kansas a year ago. When he wants to play, forget it.
Talk about #1 draft. They have 9 on this Packer team, on this roster, that were #1 draft choices at one time. Barzalauskas, of course, is #1 for the Jets. 8 they did themselves. Drew Pearson stops back in motion. And they're going to run a reverse, and now how about the flea flicker? Nobody was open. They were looking for Tony Hill, but he was well covered. John Anderson made the tackle.
Tony Hill runs inside. You can see Drew coming back to fake what looks like a reverse and the flea flicker. And I'll tell you, Willie Buchanan was camped with number 80 all the way to the end zone. Roger was lucky just to keep the ball and take what he got.
That'll make it 3rd and 10 with the ball now at the Packer 42. 3.5 minutes left to play first quarter. Green Bay leads Dallas 7-0.
Staubach is 2 of 6 for 15 yards and a couple drops.
They need 10 to get this first down. He sends Tony Hill to the right and Drew Pearson to the left. Drew Pearson's got a lot of room to work in. That's Butch Johnson, and he hangs on for a Dallas first down, tackled by Estes Hood, H-O-O-D.
Good execution by the shotgun. Watch people being picked up. They overloaded. The Packers overloaded the right side of the defensive line. Roger really had good time. He is throwing very well today. Everything is right on the money.
Preston Pearson got a super block. Kept him in the backfield to pass block that time. A 12-yard pickup as the ex-Packer great quarterback, Bart Starr, with another pretty fair quarterback just looking around, Zeke Bratkowski.
I'd say he's got some help on that staff. It's a good staff.
That's the book on Staubach so far. It's about time for Dorsett to carry it, wouldn't you think? Dorsett. John Anderson finally made the tackle, but Tony D got good yardage.
He makes a sort of a halfway play about 7 yards quicker than anybody I ever saw, though.
They're on the shaved part of Milwaukee County Stadium now where the Brewers play baseball. 8-yard pickup by Dorsett. Right now they're on the dirt, and that's one of the reasons that Tom Landry betted the forecast, which called for rain up here. And this field doesn't drain very well. At the 23, Roger calls him. Dorsett tries to swing to the outside, cuts back inside the 20. Should be enough for a first down before he's tackled by Steve Luke.
That Weaver got into the play too, number 52. He came into this game with 73 solo tackles. That's a whole career for most of us. 73.
Linebacker Gary Weaver, number 52. It is a Dallas first down. 2 carries by Dorsett to get it done.
And he's kept the phone on the hook. He has no problem coming to Saturday practices or anything.
Got here on time. First down, Cowboys. They trail 7-0 with 2:12 left to play first quarter. Dorsett will carry again behind Lawless. And Lawless got a heck of a block out in front of him.
But nothing can make a blocker look better than a super running back that makes the dip and sets that defensive player up. Few can do this. Turdell Middleton can do it, but watch number 33. It's very smoothly done. Inside, sets up the good block by Lawless, and the cornerback thought the ball carrier was inside, and he ends up outside.
And Lawless maintained his balance and stayed out in front of Dorsett. All that was worth 5 yards.
Good replay at 5 yards, huh?
2nd and 5, Cowboys. Roger Staubach sends Billy Joe Dupree in motion. Option play, Newhouse to the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Heck of a run by Robert Newhouse.
6th touchdown of the year for the stubby one. We've told you he can get you 4 yards anywhere. They option on the defensive end, number 77. And Newhouse loves this situation. A little time to get steam up, and he drags Weaver in, and Carter can't stop him either.
So it'll be Raphael Septien with Charlie Waters holding. And trying to tie this contest at 7. Cowboys with a tremendous looking 99-yard drive. 7 apiece as Raphael Septien adds the extra point. And with a minute 56 left to play first quarter, it's 7-all. Isn't that amazing, Thomas?
And it's only the 3rd touchdown that the Cowboys have scored in the first quarter. It looked to me like the Cowboys now have the poise and the composure back.
That's one of their better-looking drives of this year that we've seen. And we've seen them a lot. 99 yards and 17 plays. You might do that 4 or 5 times a year, and that's all. Septien, a line shot kickoff. He pulls it out of bounds, and he'll have to kick off from the 30. He'll have the wind at his back, however.
I keep thinking about the punt formation when D.D. Lewis drew the offsides. Get the first down and go right on in. That's not a bad little finesse play, is it?
We have seen him do it before.
Tricky, tricky.
This telecast is presented by authority of the National Football League. It's intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the Green Bay Packers and the National Football League is prohibited.
There's nothing like natural grass, is there, to bring your team into play on just what football was always played on? I mean it.
Great game last week on that natural grass in the Orange Bowl between Miami and Dallas.
If they can grow it up here, I can't believe they can't grow it other places.
I think you have a point. Septien again. This time he catches it pretty good. Steve Odom will take it at the 10. A wedge in front of him. And Odom is going to be tackled by Randy Hughes and Guy Brown, I think. Yes. Guy Brown had been injured. There was some question as to whether or not he'd be able to perform his duties on the special teams, which he does so well.
I'd say he does. You see how Mr. Whitehurst handles this now. The game has sort of settled down, and they're starting out even again. See if we get some Dallas pressure.
These teams have played 9 times since the Cowboys were formed back in 1960. And Dallas has managed to defeat Green Bay only once. That was in 1970. They beat them 16-3 that year. The Packers have won all the rest. Here is Middleton. D.D. Lewis. And who else? Bob Brunig. Number 53 on the tackle. Here is Zeke Bratkowski's signals.
Look at all those signals. If he scratches himself, something happens on the field, right?
They all come off.
But I'll tell you, if you live with the run and play the Dallas Cowboys, it's a long afternoon. You've got to be able to go topside really to beat this team, I think.
They'll set in that flex on first down, and it's almost impossible to run against that thing. Whitehurst with good protection. And now it starts to break down, and he is taken down by Harvey Martin, who caught him from behind.
That's Harvey's 8th sack of the year. He's working against Stokes, who came over from the Redskins, who's a pretty fair one-shot blocker, but doesn't stay with it. And Harvey Martin, if he's healthy and that leg is back, could really add something. Looks like he's moving a little bit better today. He had 23 last year, is that right?
Right. Looks like he might have hurt himself just a little bit. The Packers were second in the league, by the way. Sacks tied with the Cowboys for the year. Whitehurst, this time they only rushed 3. James Lofton is picked off by Randy Hughes. Hughes circles back inside Green Bay territory to the 47. Intended for Lofton.
You know, that is the first turnover the Cowboys have had in 2 games. The last 2 games they've had 0 turnovers. And the interception is big here by Hughes. The ball is simply airmailed over the receiver. He's going for Lofton.
That's the first interception they've had in 4 games. So Dallas will take it over. They have done that, in fact, with 23 seconds left to play in the first quarter. They're on the Green Bay 47. It is Packer weather at Milwaukee's County Stadium. Score is tied 7 apiece between Dallas and Green Bay. Robert Newhouse has already gained 43 yards on the ground. Dorsett has 35. 23 seconds left to play first quarter. Dorsett and Newhouse now behind Staubach. Tony Hill in motion. Drew Pearson broke the pattern. He was covered by Johnny Gray. Sorry.
They were telling me last night, some of the Packer coaches, there's one team that came out and just blew them off the line of scrimmage rushing, and that was the Oakland Raider game. Like 300 and some odd yards rushing, and yet the score was close. The Packers were still in the game. Down near the goal line, they got tough, but looks to me like Dallas has their running shoes on today, too.
It'll be 2nd and 10 after that incomplete pass. Line of scrimmage is the Packers 47. Score tied at 7-all. Dorsett. Newhouse out in front. Dorsett has the Dallas first down at the 35.
Drew Pearson did a good job, too, and the flankers have to block, especially with somebody. Here's the man in motion. You can see that Drew's going to seal off. Newhouse out in front. I'd follow him anywhere, too. Dorsett is bright.
That will be the last play of quarter number 1. The carry by Tony Dorsett for a Dallas first down. It is still 7-all at the end of 1. Dallas 7. First number 2 coming up. Minnesota has defeated Chicago 17-14. That is the final.
What a game, huh?
Here's Newhouse, and this time nothing to it. Might have gotten a yard, but that's all.
Now, Ezra Johnson, number 78, got kicked. Somewhere critical is on the bench, and Big Barber is in there at defensive right end and plays a run better than Ezra does. That time Dallas tried it and didn't get much.
The report on Ezra is encouraging, however. He should be back. Second and 9 pass coming up. Drew Pearson hangs on, but he is out of bounds. Steve Luke, the hitter from Ohio State, knocked him out.
Great defensive play. Ball was hanging a little bit, but that's the only way Roger could get it to him. There's a player that gets back into this. I think Weaver drops back, or the cornerback does. Roger moving toward the line of scrimmage, hangs it a little bit. Good play by Luke. Tears the hands right off of the ball and gets him out of bounds. You got to do that to cover 88, too.
Ezra Johnson comes back into the Packer defensive lineup. So their defensive ends would be Barber and Johnson. I beg your pardon, not Barber. Preston Pearson and Tony Dorsett. Mike Butler is the other defensive end. From the shotgun, the blitz is on, and Tony Hill has it. Like he had in mind laterally, perhaps, to Billy Joe Dupree, but he wisely hung on for a Dallas first down. Boy and Luke on the tackle.
And you know, Pat, Tony's catching on to coming back a little for the ball because he's got the speed to drive those fellas off. Now come back a little bit and wait for it, and this is when I think he's the most dangerous. This time he wasn't, but he's dangerous.
Enough for a first down, a 14-yard gain, in fact, the ball down to the Packer 20. Those of you who watched Minnesota defeat the Bears for their 8th consecutive loss by that score, welcome to our broadcast from Milwaukee County Stadium, where it's 7-7, Packers and Cowboys. Roger Staubach gives to Dorsett with a blocker out in front. Out of bounds at about the 11 is Tony Dorsett. Gary Weaver got him out.
Assist to Newhouse, number 44. He sealed off Butler, the big defensive end, and allowed Dorsett to get outside. And if you're playing defense against him, you just can't let him get outside. Watch 44 go and seal off on big number 77, right at the top of your screen there. Dorsett's by there so fast, you don't have to get a perfect block, just some of it.
9-yard gain on that. Pat Summerall with Tom Brookshire at this broadcast of the Packers and Cowboys. Double tight end formation with Jackie Smith lined up on the right and Billy Joe Dupree on the left. And Dorsett hurdles for the first down inside the 10, I believe. Jim Carter, the middle linebacker, stopped him.